And of course, EA had Battlefield Hardline to show off. What did we all think of Battlefield Hardline?
Well, firstly, I had no idea there was actually a single-player facet to the game. I thought it was just going to be a multiplayer-based game like Titanfall. So when they started by showing off the single-player game, I was quite surprised.
I always assumed that there was going to be a single-player because
it's Battlefield.
Most Battlefield games have had them in the last generation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this one is like a spin-off like Bad Company.
Yeah. But once I was actually looking at it, Battlefield has always been lagging behind Call of Duty in terms of single-player campaigns. And when I was actually watching this new Hardline single-player campaign, I was just so embarrassed for them. It's just such a bad, just embarrassing plot and delivery, and it's just awful.
But it's fantastic, Cage. They initially said, you have various avenues of ways to clear the stage. You can use stealth, and as soon as they said you can use stealth, a massive firefight breaks out, and there's about 20 guys shooting at you, and you're shooting back at them.
The whole gist is that they wanted to make it seem like it's a TV show. It's episodic, and it really feels like it's a TV show, like a bad one, a really bad one.
Well, it's amazing it hasn't come a long way since I've been playing it with my mate back in the day.
Battlefield, really?
Yeah, I had a mate who was into PC games, and so he used to play a lot with me. We used to play Battlefield, Age of Empires, the early Command & Conquers. So I know what you're talking about, Battlefield.
Oh, that's
and I got my ass kicked by him. Yeah.
Hardline isn't your traditional Battlefield, though.
No, it's going up to Call of Duty.
Okay.
Well, some people liken it to Payday. I haven't played Payday, so I can't really...
Yeah, it does a bit.
Yeah.
From what we saw at E3, there's the cops and robbers aspect to it.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's that episodic sort of structure as well.
Everything seems to have episodic structure these days.
It does. That's a trend that I've noticed as well. It's going more towards emulating television format than the film format that we saw so much of last generation.
Yeah.
So I don't really like that. I don't like that transition. I thought we were just getting to the point where we were actually making games that were as good as films in some respects, and now we're going to go after the television crowd, and we've got to start all over again.
Yeah, ever since Walking Dead, I think.
That's the big one, yeah.
EA had another game that they likened to episodic content, which was Shadow Realms, their new online multiplayer RPG.
Yeah, which we saw not even 5 minutes of. It was just kind of slotted in there between sports, Sims, and Battlefield. It doesn't look that bad, though.
Well, it looks more like Evolve or something, doesn't it?
Exactly, in Fable Legends, since it has the asymmetrical multiplayer.
It really is a growing
trend. Nintendo did it first.
They did.
Yeah, the thing is, all these games would fit well with the Wii U.
Yeah, EA just doesn't want to work with Nintendo.
Does anyone?
I want to work with Nintendo.
Okay. Going back to Sony a bit, I guess, because that was basically our favorite conference, right? I mean,
it was the only one that you could really say had anything interesting in it.
Yeah, in the terms of new announcements, exactly.
So, guys, we'll go around. What was your favorite announcement of Gamescom?
I don't know. I guess I'd say Shadow Realms, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
I do like the idea of it being influenced by pen and paper RPGs, and if they pull it off right, it should be a good game. Since it has the potential, like Evolve has the potential, which we've all seen, and it is a good game. So
yeah,
it could be the RPG version of Evolve potentially.
Cage?
I'll just have to say some of the indie stuff that Sony had to show off. Like, it's impossible to say if they're going to be any good, but games like Volume, which is a stealth game developed by Thomas Was Alone developer, which looks like a really big step up from that game. Like I said, I can't tell if it's going to be any good or not, but I like that Sony is getting behind this indie stuff and creating future developers that are going to make bigger and bigger things. And things like the Tomorrow Children and Rhyme and stuff like that, I appreciate what Sony's doing. They're doing things that Microsoft kind of aren't doing, and that's supporting future developers, which they might be able to buy out in the future.
Yeah, I really liked some of those indie games, actually. I was a big fan of Thomas Was Alone. Volume, I don't know about it yet. It looks like it could be good, but I don't know. It's more of that same formula again, just with a different...
With a stealth game built around.
So I don't know whether it would work as well as Thomas
it's hard
Was
to
Alone.
say anything from like an indie game footage. It could be the best game ever, or could play horribly.
For example, the Tomorrow Children. Who the hell knows what goes on in that game?
It's really weird to see Pixel Junk. What are the developers again? Q Games. It's really weird to see them do something outside the Pixel Junk series. It's so bizarre. It's like...
Yeah, and visually it looks really good, like really vivid and...
Oh yeah, it looks good.
Huge step up from what they're used to doing.
I just had no idea what was going on. I still have no idea what the game is about.
And that's the problem.
Well, they did make Star Fox Command our favourite game.
Well, I've just been looking at a couple of trailers just now.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I've seen for Bloodborne.
Ah, yeah.
And I really like Ninja Theory. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Hellblade.
Yeah, Hellblade was probably my favorite announcement, just because it looks so similar to Heavenly Sword, and I liked Devil May Cry, the new one. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I kind of like Volume because I'm sort of a Robin Hood fan, so I do like that feeling too.
What are you talking about, JP?
Thomas Was Alone. Yeah, Volume.
Yeah, because the creator likened it to Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's announcements out the way.
Mm.
What was actually your favorite game on show, though? Anybody? JP?
Go, JP, go.
Mortal Kombat?
Was that even that game?
Yeah, that wasn't even there, was it?
It was surely demoed at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Kano trailer... Sorry, is it Kano?
Yeah.
Yeah, that trailer was actually... I don't know whether it was at the very beginning of Gamescom or just before, but it still kind of counts as a Gamescom announcement, I think.
Yeah.
Is Mortal Kombat 10 your most anticipated non-Nintendo game?
Yeah, most likely, definitely.
Alright, Tam, Cage, what was your game of show? Would you have agreed with Evolve being game of show?
It would have been one of the top 5, yeah. It's definitely one I'm going to buy and play a lot. And I know there's going to be a massive community around it. But I don't know if I would choose that just because it's a multiplayer-only game. I'm a bit of a non-multiplayer guy.
Oh, Cage.
Oh,
shame.
Such a loner. No, I just don't get attached to multiplayer games as much as single player. So I'd have to go with Alien Isolation as my game of the show.
Oh, that's an interesting pick.
I've been watching a lot of that, and it looks incredible. Just as a single-player survival horror experience that uses a new way of playing with AI to create scary moments. And I love Alien, the movie, one of my favorite movies, so it's just like a combination of amazingness for me. It's Aliens done right in video games, finally, after the debacle of Gearbox and Alien's Colonial Marines, or whatever that game was called.
Yep, Colonial Marines.
It's a massive apology for that game.
Was Alien Isolation actually at Gamescom? I remember seeing
it was.
Oh, okay.
It was.
I remember seeing it at E3, and it looked pretty good at E3 actually.
They were showing off some new things at Gamescom.
Was that in one of the conferences, or was that outside?
It wasn't in a conference though. It was on the show floor only.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it definitely looks good. Tam?
Mine's probably Shadows of Mordor. I really like the
yes.
look of that game.
That's also playing with AI things. That's the thing that interests me most about this generation. How they're going to use AI to change the way we play.
Yeah, since they boast that there's going to be a dynamic world and certain enemy units have like their own personality and will act a certain way, and apparently certain henchmen can move up in the world of Mordor and become warlords with unique personalities and the like.
Yeah, games that we couldn't have got last generation. Can you believe that we're getting them?
They've got to be made sometime.
Dave, can I guess what your game show is?
Oh, you can try guess, yeah.
Rhyme?
Yes, Cage.
Ding ding ding.
I knew it.
I'm so impressed you guessed it. Yes, Rhyme looks so good.
It does.
I actually missed the initial announcement. When was the initial announcement of this game?
It was like a stealth announcement ages ago.
Oh, okay. Right. So this game basically looks like Wind Waker, except it's got touches of, I guess you would say, Journey and Ico in it. It just looks so good. I love all the puzzle elements, and yeah, the island just looks really good.
If the game plays the way that it looks like it plays,
Yeah.
it should be incredible. It should be a reason to get a PS4 anyway. And we know that The Last Guardian's never going to come out, so...
What?
Oh yes, no Gamescom or E3 or anything would be complete without some sort of Last Guardian nod or whatever you call it.
and Final Fantasy 15 now.
And once again, I don't know who it was. It was some Sony guy said yes, it's still in development. Blah blah blah.
So this is the new Duke Nukem Forever.
I think we can safely say yes.
The Last Guardian would have been good, whereas Duke Nukem Forever was never going to be good.
Oh, the first build of it back in 1998 might have been good.
Maybe. Allegedly. But yeah, there's always Tokyo Game Show.
You sound like a diehard.
Keep the dream alive. This is the first time Sony didn't have The Last of Us to fall back on to just show off. They're like naked without that game.
Actually, it's also the first time we've seen Microsoft go a whole conference without something Kinect related, I think.
Yeah, they've really
really?
Yeah, they've really dropped Kinect. They don't care about it anymore.
Well, yeah, they've actually started. Yeah, they actually dropped it from the bundle, so you don't have to get an Xbox One with Kinect. Microsoft have actually come out and said they didn't demo any Kinect stuff on stage at Gamescom because people look funny playing it.
They've realised, finally.
They finally figured it out, yeah.
After that dreadful E3 conference with Kinectimals.
Yeah.
So JP, you've got a big list of games to check out now?
Yes, totally. Thanks for the education. I feel like Conan on Clueless Gamer.
Yeah, I think we've covered a lot. Yeah. I actually didn't think we were going to cover that much, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I've come a bit too much of a Nintendo nerd. I need to get back into the other consoles.
If Nintendo were there, I'm pretty sure they would have had my game of the show anyway.
Yeah.
Captain Toad.
Captain Toad?
Captain Toad.
Captain Toad, definitely Captain Toad.
I actually heard the most wanted game was actually Smash Bros. 4, right?
Of course it is.
Yeah, at Gamescom.
Actually, Splatoon won best Wii U game for Gamescom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Smash 3DS won best mobile game.
Okay.
Mobile game.
Yeah, they count 3DS as a mobile.
Oh, awesome.
What, no looking for Captain Toad?
Nope, that hasn't happened yet.
It will happen.
Yep.
Captain Toad will rise from the ashes.
Yeah.
Mark my words that Captain Toad will be a franchise that outlasts Mario himself.
I can't wait for him to pop up as the last Smash Brothers character.
That would just be so great.
Anyway.
Anyway.
We got some Nintendo in there.
I'm sure you can edit something out of this, Dave.
I reckon I might just leave it. I reckon it's good to go. Just 52 minutes isn't that long.
Oh, you might have mentioned it in your Smash podcast, but Nintendo did do something last week. They had their eShop sale promotion.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. They actually put that sale on during Gamescom. Was that to try and get some attention?
I think if they really wanted to get attention, there would have been a Nintendo Direct last week.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't had a Nintendo Direct. It's been so long since we've had one.
Yeah, my prediction is next week.
Yeah.
For the holiday one.
No, because there's generally a Nintendo Direct every second month, and the last one was E3 June.
Yeah, but what do they have to talk about?
Yeah, I guess it
Toad.
would be like Captain Toad, Bayonetta, Smash.
Splatoon. It would just be like recapping stuff from E3 just with new info.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have some digital download games to announce.
They usually do, yeah.
Yeah.
Or N64 virtual consoles coming someday, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I would love to see Mischief Makers on Wii U.
I'm still waiting for GameCube Virtual Console.
Yeah.
But knowing our luck, we'll get DS Virtual Console before that.
Yeah.
Well, we have brain training.
Yeah, we already did. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the start of it.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. Did anyone get that?
It's free. I got it.
I did. It was free.
Oh.
Yeah.
It automatically
so it's
downloaded
not like
on
the
my
Wii Sports. Okay. Where they make you pay for it eventually.
It was free for a certain amount of time, I believe.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, we've gone off topic.
How do you want to close it?
Dr. Kawashima for Smash Brothers.
His devil version or his normal version?
His devil version is his final Smash.
Okay. Thanks for listening. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.